if I just be like, okay, yeah, that's my son father, we'll figure it out later, he could take the baby. No, that's a paper trail. That's going to be in documents somewhere that at one point in my life, my child got taken away from me. And heck no, that would never. I'm like, those words next to my name don't go together. I can't let that happen. I was like, in nowhere in hell there's gonna be any history at any point of my life where my child got taken away from me. Not for 1 second, no, never. Hey soulmates, welcome back to QC. This your girl Queen Joe here. Today, if you are watching on live, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this episode prior to this recording, you will see my phone in front of me in the recording. That's because I am live streaming as well as recording the episode. Something new, something different. I've never done it before, but I wanted to try it. I thought it would be fun, so we're doing it. This is episode 8 of the show. This is my Halloween episode. Ooh. So I'm dressed up. I am dressed up in one of my favorite anime show, One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show. And the character I'm dressed as is Nami. Nami is beautiful. She is amazing. She's one of my favorite characters on the show, simply because her only superpower, I'll say, is navigating. Like, her superpower is knowledge, and I love that. I love that about her. It makes her one of my favorite characters. So that is why I chose to dress up as the navigator from One Piece, Big Nami. All right. moving on. So because this is my Halloween episode, I decided to share with you guys the scariest day of my life. And I'm going to go ahead and just go through my cards here for those of you who's watching me live. I will take questions after I'm done. I'm going to stop my recording, and then I'm going to go talk to you guys on live, and you can ask me questions, or I will answer the questions because I see there's a bunch of questions there already. But I'm just going to go through my cards for now because I'm also recording. All right. I'm talking too much. Okay. So the scariest day of my life. OMG, y'all. So I'm gonna walk y'all through that day. I mean, I probably have scariest day, but I did like a skill, and this was the top of the line, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, top of the line. Okay. So, and this is a very personal story. First of all, I'll start with that. It's very, very personal. I did the first 4 episodes of the show. If you haven't seen, subscribe to my YouTube right now. Catch the first 4 episodes. It was very personal. And then I took a step back and started bringing guests on the show and started having other people share their stories as well. But then I chose to reel it back again and share with you guys a very personal story of mine. So this is the scariest day of my life. I'm going to be very detailed, but I'm also going to try. To not name nobody, not shade nobody, because like I said, this is a little I'm sorry, YouTube. This is a little bit of much because I'm live streaming on my phone, so there's like text messages coming through. So forgive me if my eyes is all over the place. Okay, it's a little distracting, but we're doing this. Yep. All right, so we're keeping it real. I'm sharing my life story. I'm hoping with sharing this story, I'm hoping somebody can learn from it. Somebody can, if you never been in that situation, I don't wish it on nobody, but I hope it's something that I can, by me sharing it with you, I hope it's something you guys can take from it, learn from it. You know what I mean? To take on in your life. There is going to be a message at the end of the episode, so do stick around. I haven't done a message in a while, so this is, I have a message at the end of this, okay? So, a whole lot of talking. Let's get into it. Scariest day of my life. I'm on vacation. Okay, I travel out of the state of New York. I'm in North Carolina on vacation. The guy I'm dating at the time, we went to visit. I think it was around the holidays. We went to visit his family, brother or something. I don't remember. So I'm on vacation. I get a phone call. I'm actually braiding. If you follow the podcast, you know I'm a hairstylist. So I do a whole lot of urban hairstyles. Braiding is one of them. So I was actually on vacation and working still. I was on vacation. I was braiding. The guy I was dating, his niece's hair. I was doing it. So I'm there braiding. Food is cooking. We're having a good time. I get a phone call from home. I get a phone call from my parents. If you are not aware, I have 2 kids. So I got a phone call relating to the my youngest, my son. So I answer the phone. My mom goes, "Hey, the police is here." I'm like, "What? Hold on." So I step outside, I drop the comb because I was doing the hair. So I drop everything. Once I hear the police, I drop everything. I step outside. I'm like, "Wait, what's happening? The police is there? Why?" She's like, "The police is here and they're here to take the baby." I'm like, "What?" As soon as I heard those lines, "The police is here to take the baby," everything left my body. I didn't even know what those words mean. Because I'm like, what? What is going on? Right? So I start panicking immediately, which is not advised, but that's what happened. I started panicking. I'm walking around, pacing around the house, the family house that I'm visiting. I'm like, "Who's here to do what with who? Where's the baby?" So my mom's on the phone. I'm like, "Where's the baby?" She's like, "He's here, but the police is in the house and they're trying to take him." And I'm like, "Why? What is going on? Why is the police there trying to take the baby?" I'm going crazy. So first thing I said, "Mom, tell them no. Tell them no. They cannot take my baby." And that was my first line out of my mouth, and I stuck with that for the rest of the story. I'm going to need y'all to have that. "No, you cannot take my baby." I stuck with that line. For now, I'm on the phone. It's been like this little conversation already. A good 30 minutes don't go by trying to figure out what is even going on. So then my mom goes, your son father is outside with the police. So he brought the police to the house to take the baby. I'm going to skip the reason why it got to that point, but because I'm just here to tell y'all about that particular day of my life, right? So another time I'll figure out how to share with y'all why it got to the point where my son's father had to bring the police to take my son out the house. Okay? Moving on. My mom goes, his dad is outside with the police. I'm like, "What? Why is he bringing police to the house to take the baby?" So now the police is trying to forcibly take my son out of the house. So I'm yelling on the phone, "Mom, no, they cannot take my baby. They cannot take my baby." I said, "Mom, grab the baby." My mom grabbed the baby. Shout out to my mom, y'all. Big Etta, big mama Etta. She was holding it down for me. Shout out to support system. First of all, I should say that's some of the key message in this episode. Support system. You must recognize your support system. You must appreciate your support system, because without them, listen, okay? So let me tell y'all, I was in North Carolina, and this story I'm explaining is happening in New York City. So I'm miles away, right? On the phone with my mother. I'm like, "Mom, grab my baby." My mom grabbed the baby. So one of the police tried to see my mom like trying to take grabbing the baby, and then he grabbed the baby. So my mom said, they got the baby. He got the baby. I said, "Okay, he can take my." Unfortunately, I couldn't even imagine at that point. At some point, I got to FaceTime, but at the point where they were doing the grabbing thing with the baby, I wasn't on FaceTime. So I could only imagine the terror my son was going through in that moment. Like, I can only imagine. So I'm like, "Mom, don't let go. Don't let go." And I said, "Mom, put the phone on speaker." She put the phone on speaker. I said, "Sir, you're going to have to rip that baby in half." I said, "You're going to have to rip that baby in half." Because I said, "No, you are not taking my baby out that house. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're saying." And then I said, "Mom, give the phone to the police." Because first I'm on speaker. Then I'm like, "You know what? Let me talk directly to these people." I said, "Mom, give the phone to the police." I'm talking to the police. I said, sir, you're walking into a kidnapping lawsuit. You're walking right into a kidnapping lawsuit. Because you cannot take my baby out of the house without no paperwork. Like, what is the reason for you taking my baby? The police go, "Oh, his father said his father is outside and confirming." I said, "That's not his father." I knew damn well it was his dad. I said, "That is not my son's father." All right? That's another message. You have no paperwork to prove that this is my child's father. So honestly, my love, you're trying to kidnap my son. And that was my point, and I stuck to it. I said, "You would not take my son out that house. And the minute you take my son out that house, I will sue that whole police department. I will sue everybody for kidnapping." I could see on his face that he saw that I wasn't going to let up. He started backing down a little bit. I'm like, "Yep, boy, you're about to walk into a kidnapping lawsuit because you ain't got no paperwork to show that's my son's father. You ain't got a birth certificate that says that's my son's father. You ain't got nothing. You just picked up a random man off the street and bring him to my house, and you think because you got a white collar suit on, I'm supposed to just give you my child? No. No. You would not take my child in my presence. You would definitely not take him out of my presence. I'm not even there. That's another thing. This is no emergency situation. Like, these people, you got to be careful in this country. I mean, America, for people who are screaming from all over the world. I mean, America. These people will take advantage of you. I'm telling you, they would take advantage of you. And I was like, no, you're not going to do it. I don't even have to be there to know that you cannot just come to my house and take my son. Like, it didn't click to me. Like, is he in danger? My child is in no danger. My child, why would you just assume that you can bring a random guy, because you have no paperwork showing that this is my child's father. So you just brought a random guy to my house and try to take my son. Nope. Kidnap him. And then I went crazy. I said, you know what? This is a job. Seeing where I got a job that I go to, sir, Mr. Policeman, you're doing a job. And guess what? You're doing your job wrong. So now, let me speak to your boss. On the phone. It's about 2-3 hours now. I'm on the phone. I'm walking. Oh, let me tell y'all. I'm on the phone now. I'm asking for the police, the boss, the chief of police. Because, listen, I ain't letting up. I ain't got to be there to stand up. So I'm pasting back and forth. By now, I'm walking back to New York from North Carolina. So I'm then in the middle of the street on the phone, walking, because I didn't know what was going on. My whole body and soul, everything left me. I started walking and talking to these people. I'm on FaceTime. I'm hanging up. I'm calling, and I'm just walking. I didn't know, everything left my body, like my soul, everything left me. I was just walking, and the guy I was dating at the time, he phoned me like blocks away in the middle of the street on the phone, just yelling and talking, just losing my everything. I could feel every bit of every ancestor that has been, through anything in this country. I feel like everybody that was just navigating me through the ways of not letting anything happen to my child. So I'm 2-3 hours going by. I'm walking in the middle of the street. I'm like, call your boss. You're not taking my son out of this house. Call your boss, because you're doing your job wrong. You rookie. I was sued. Like, I'm going crazy. So they finally dialing the chief of police. I'm telling y'all, hours. This is like 2-3. I'm running up 3 hours now. Just on the phone yelling. So the chief of police shows up. A man walks in the house. He's like, yeah, I don't see why you guys would want to take the baby out of the house. Because the first thing this man saw when he walked in is a picture of my son on the wall sitting in a throne chair. So the man is like, I don't understand why you guys will. He pretty much told the rookie cops that were there, told them that they're doing their job wrong. Like I said, you're doing your job wrong. And the guy then told them that the father has to go to court. The father has to get documents from the court saying that these are the days that you can come and take your child. So those are the law. And the cops that came to my house trying to take my baby obviously didn't know their law, and this is their job. This is what I'm trying to say. You have to be able to stand up, y'all. That's the message. That's the key message of the episode. You have to be able to stand up. It don't matter if you're there in person. It don't matter what situation it is. You have to be able to stand up 10 toes down at all times, y'all, because I was miles away, and I made sure that they didn't take my son out of that house via the phone. Thank God for electronics, FaceTime, and everything. So yeah, the police told my son's father to go to court, get the paperwork from court, bring this birth certificate that says that this is your child, bring that to court, get some paperwork that say when you can come get your child, and then you can come back and get your child. So he and his little rookie cop friend, I don't know where he phoned them, they left, and my baby boy was probably traumatized, which is very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, I must say. That was another part that bothered me the most about everything, because I'm going to do fine. I'm grown. I will be fine. But my baby had to go through that. But yeah, the key message is just being very consistent, sticking to what you know, sticking to your guts, honestly, because some of the things I was doing, I didn't really even have like facts like this is right, this is wrong, facts and stuff like that. But I just knew for a fact that my son wasn't in no danger. There wasn't no real reason why you should just randomly come up in here and try to take my son from me. Like, I felt very violated. Like, I felt like you just tried me. So that's pretty much the message is to stand up 10 toes down. That's the message. QC episode 8. Always stand 10 toes down. Don't matter if you're miles away. Don't matter if you're right there in person. Don't let nothing break you. Don't let these people try to walk over you because they got a suit on. Don't do it. Don't let them, because they will. They will. That's another thing. I didn't want to let it happen because I'm like, that's a paper trail. If I just be like, okay, yeah, that's my son's father. We'll figure it out later. He could take the baby. No, that's a paper trail. That's going to be in documents somewhere that at one point in my life my child got taken away from me. And heck no, that would never. I'm like, those words next to my name don't go together. I can't let that happen. I was like, in nowhere in hell there's gonna be any history at any point of my life where my child got taken away from me. Not for 1 second, no, never. Thank you guys for watching. I've been streaming live and recording at the same time, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording right now. Happy Halloween once again. I will see you guys next time on QC. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. Is D2Es DQueen.Joe, y'all. Follow me on Instagram. Follow the show on Instagram. It's QueenCast.QC. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Episode 9 is coming up. I'm doing painting and poems, so if you're just tuning into the live stream, please subscribe to the YouTube. I have so much more coming up. And if you're watching me on the episode on YouTube, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. QC. Bye, soulmates. Mwah.